Hello, my name is Arya Snowsong. I've been a Twitch streamer and broadcaster since about 2017, and I wanted to make a series of tech videos because I saw a lot of VTubers asking some tech questions and misunderstanding things and setting things up in really inefficient ways on how to things like how do I get my model into Vtube Studio? How do I get my how do I set up my model in Vtube Studio to where it actually captures well? How do I set my camera? What camera should I get? How do I get my model from Vtube Studio onto my stream? Do I have to use a green screen? Do I have to use a green screen background? How do I chroma key? What are the best stream settings? All of these tech questions that a lot of VTubers are facing for the first time because they may have started off as artists or editors or whoever they wanted to whoever they were before they got into streaming, and now they're facing all these things. And so I wanted to make a couple of videos to answer some common questions. So the first thing that I want to tackle, I made a tweet about this yesterday afternoon, like yesterday evening or so, as of this recording, on transparent in background, like setting a transparent background for your model. Like, as you can see, this is my desktop. It's from the Owl House, but there's nothing behind my model, and I'm not using a green screen. I'm not chroma keying anything. I just have it transparent. And so a lot of people were wondering, how did you do that? And like, how did you get your model into OBS? And so I want to answer both of those questions today. First things first, I want to bring my Vtube Studio over onto the screen. So as you can see, I have just kind of a yellowish green background, but I didn't specifically set this color. It can be any color you want. The way that you get this set up, first, you obviously select your model here. I have mine set to Arya because I'm Arya. And then you go to this background image right here, the little place where you select the background. And a lot of people will start with like, I think it's background 7. No, it's not background 7. Where is it? It's background 6. Which one is the green screen? There, one of these is a green screen. Maybe it's 9. Whatever. No, I can't remember which one the green screen is. It doesn't matter. So the one you're going to want to pick is the color picker down here. It normally this will let you set any color background you wanted. However, there's a cool little feature right here. It's kind of buried, because you have to go all the way down the list and then pick this one. It's really not super obvious. You hit transparent in capture right here. And so if I were to get rid of this, obviously the background of my model would turn to this same yellowish green color. But since I hit transparent in capture, it goes away, and I get transparent. But how did I get my model into Vtube Studio, and like from Vtube Studio into OBS in the first place? Like, after I have all this set up, that's fine and good. I'm not going to show my background, but also my model isn't in OBS. A lot of people will jump to doing game capture. What they'll do is let me pull my OBS over here now, because we're done in Vtube Studio. I know that we're going to have the OBSception here, but that's fine. As you can see, I have my display capture. It's capturing my monitor, and I have my model. So a lot of people will do, they will add this as a game capture, and say there's a Vtube Studio. Video. And they will capture a specific window, and that window will be Vtube Studio, and you'll get something like this. Now, the way that people are like doing this is fine if you want to chroma key. Like, say you want to set this as the green background, and then you can chroma key it out with the chroma key filters. You go to filters and then add a chroma key here, and then you get something like this, which is okay, but it doesn't let us really use that same transparent in background that we were doing before. The way that we take advantage of that is using the virtual. Let me remove this. We don't need it. This is just an example. A lot of people will get around this by using the virtual webcam feature in Vtube Studio. And so you'd activate the virtual webcam, and then you'd get that set up in as a source in OBS, and that's how a lot of people would do it. And so, but like, there's some restrictions with that. Like Game Capture lets you do some things, virtual webcam lets you do others. The way that I have found that lets me take advantage of everything Vtube Studio has to offer, while still getting this transparency in the background and not having to worry about setting up anything else, is with the NDI feature. Now, what's the NDI feature? It's for information on how to use NDI, please check your documentation. And it's in the Vtube Studio documentation. And you can like download the PDF and you can look through. It's a big long document. But I'm going to explain to you here what NDI is and how you use it. So the way that you use NDI with OBS is, and for reference, this is specifically for OBS Studio. I want to clarify this. I don't know if this works for Streamlabs OBS. I haven't tested it. I don't use Streamlabs OBS. I don't actually recommend Streamlabs OBS. OBS Studio has several features that are very, very powerful, and that Streamlabs OBS simply does not have. Streamlabs OBS does integrate some things that you'll have to use outside sources or outside programs or the docs to take care of, like looking at your chat, looking at your stream information, your Twitch stats and the stream stats and other things like that. And then you'll have to might have to pull up an events list on Streamlabs website and like have that in another tab. That's how I do it anyway, because I want to continue using OBS. What I did was there'll be a link in the description down below of a plugin, and what you'll do is let me actually get to the plugin real quick. Yes, NDI OBS Studio NDI plugin. So what it looks like, it's going to send you to this page right here. It's just on OBS project. You will go to the download. Where is it? Where's the download? Here's the source code. It's on GitHub. Here's the release. And you will download it here. There's a Mac version. There's a Mac version and a Windows installer. So if I have Windows, I would just hit the Windows installer, and I would download it. I'm not going to do that because I already have it. But you're going to download it there, and then you're going to run it, and it's going to import this thing. It's going to import this plugin into OBS Studio. Now, what does this do? This allows us to set NDI sources. And that's what I have my model set up here. So you go to Add, and you'll get this new button here called NDI Source. And so let me just do model test. And so the source name, you'll use your live 2D camera, because if you have NDI turned on, you'll have a new thing called live NDI camera. It'll have like your PC name here. Mine's Theseus. And then live 2D camera. You want to have the highest bandwidth, sync to source timing. Let me actually go discard this. Discard all this. Remove that, and I'll just like show the properties of what I have set up here. So as you can see, I have the live 2D camera, bandwidth highest, source timing, allow hardware acceleration, YUV range full, YUV color space BT709, and latency mode low. These are the settings that I've found to be the best. You'll want to copy these settings, and you can pause the video, do whatever you got to do. Just copy these settings, and then set up your model that way, and then that's it. All you got to do is add your model source into the scene after you get the way that you go up. The order of operations here is actually very important, because otherwise your model can glitch out. So what you'll want to do in order is first open OBS, then open Vtube Studio. Then you want to open your model. Like you want to open your model from the model list. Then you will do the background, like I showed earlier. Then you will turn on NDI. And then finally, oops, you will add, you'll add the model source into your scene. And if you've done all of that correctly and followed these steps, you should have a beautifully capturing model in your OBS. And that NDI source will work for whatever game you're playing, whatever program you're using, whatever source you're doing. You won't have to worry about it. It's very fire and forget. And you just won't have to worry about it. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you've made it into the end of the video, please follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/ariasnowsong. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/ariasnowsong. You can go follow me there. I just hit 100 followers not too long ago. And thank you everybody for watching. I'll be putting out more of these in the future. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.